The date was April 11, 2016. Agis was walking through Los Angeles as usual. She was in the Chinatown district of the town, looking for a few souvenirs to bring back home to Tartaros in Japan. While in Chinatown, Agis noticed a muscular man covered in sweat, wearing a pair of Beats headphones and an Achievement Hunter t-shirt from when he went to Achievement Hunter Con. He also wears a set of knuckle dusters with the words "No pain, no gain", with a letter on every digit, covered in blood of course. He has Nike trainers that were green and red with black socks, and finally had camo cargo shirts. "The name's Hogan, Hulk Hogan," the man said, a satanic grin on his face. "What's your name, brother?" Agis," replied the robot hesitantly. "Hey, want to come over to my place and watch a Netflix?" he inquired, with other plans in mind. This guy clearly has a thing for cyborgs. "This is the apartment," Hulk the Hunk exclaimed with pride. "Let me show you to the bedroom," he inquired seductively. When Agis entered the room, she noticed pictures of Metaton X all over the wall, and a stained Dakimakura of Android 18 on the bed. "I'm gonna super slam that robot pussy, brother!" Double H yelled in sexual excitement. "But love is forbidden equals true," Agis proclaimed. Hulk Hogan pinned Agis to the bed, blushing. It was then that Agis noticed the massive bulge on his pants, and with a sudden change of heart, she went up to his ear and whispered, "Strike the iron whilst it's hot." "My amour," Agis whimpered, blushing, as Hulk started to slowly and tenderly rub her cement legs, feeling the smooth rock. Agis was made out of the softest material made to man. She was softer than a fat chubby kid covered in pillows. She was just that soft. He began to undress her, almost as if he was ripping off one of his shirts. He started to finger her circuits. Agis moaned loudly and started breathing heavily. "Stop!" Agis cried, tears flowing down her face like waterfalls, struggling to stop the circuit super slam, but somewhat enjoying it. Hogan ignored her cries and continued his advances, proceeding to put his hot iron near her face. "We both know who's gonna enjoy it more." "This is not my intended purpose," she said in desperation, pulling her face back in an attempt to stop the behemoth-sized piece of iron, but Hulk started to force it within her mouth, slowly but roughly. She began to struggle, gagging on the fully erected mountain of a dick, producing an inhuman amount of drool. Hulk Hogan grabbed one of the wires in Agis and shouted, "I am the heavyweight champion, brother!" before yanking it out. Agis' jaw then suddenly dropped. Turned out that wire was her jaw control. He then directed his lightning rod towards her pubic area. He didn't hesitate to insert his magic wand into her power socket. His thrusters only accelerated over time. Agis wept and screamed in pain, pleading for the hunk to stop. He only continued faster and faster, harder and harder. "Mamma mia, Nigel!" Agis climaxed, summoning her persona Athena in the process. As she was in the heat of the moment, she accidentally used Heat Wave. Hulk Hogan squinted and forced out his persona. It was a huge black guy with almost the same looks as him, only with a mask and speedos. He was a god. Agis woke up the next day, in a pool of her own cum, tears, and saliva. Hogan was nowhere to be seen. She left the department with only a slight hesitation. It was then that after Agis had left the apartment that she noticed that she had a bulge on her stomach. It was then that she knew that she was bringing the best souvenir of all home this time.